5 signs you're holding on to the past. Letting go of the past is one of life's greatest challenges, yet it's the key to unlocking a future filled with growth, joy, and possibility. Holding on to old regrets, habits, or memories can anchor you in place, preventing you from embracing the present and shaping a meaningful tomorrow. In a world that constantly evolves, those who release the past soar forward, while others remain tethered to what was, missing out on what could be. Building a life of purpose means recognizing when you're stuck and taking bold steps to move on. The difference lies in the habits and mindsets that either chain you to yesterday or set you free for today. In this article, we're exploring 5 signs that you're holding on to the past, inspired by research in psychology and personal development from sources like The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle, Letting Go by David R. Hawkins, and studies in Journal of Positive Psychology. These signs aren't here to shame you. They're evidence-based indicators to help you spot where you're stuck, understand why, and find a path forward. By the end, you'll recognize where the past is holding you back, how to break free, and what steps can propel you toward a liberated, forward-focused life. Stay with us until the end, because you might be closer to letting go than you think, and small changes could transform your perspective. Let's dive into the signs that you're holding on to the past and how to release them for a brighter future. Sign 1. You dwell on old regrets or grudges. The first sign that you're holding on to the past is dwelling on old regrets or grudges, replaying mistakes you made or wrongs done to you like a loop in your mind. This fixation keeps you emotionally tied to moments you can't change, draining your energy for the present. A 2019 study in Journal of Positive Psychology found that ruminating on past regrets reduces life satisfaction by 25%, as it traps you in a cycle of self-blame or resentment. In Letting Go, David R. Hawkins emphasizes that clinging to regrets or grudges blocks emotional freedom, keeping you stuck in pain. Consider 2 friends, Mia and Noah, both 32 years old. Mia reflects on a failed project from years ago but then focuses on new goals, learning from her mistakes. Noah constantly revisits a betrayal by a colleague, harboring bitterness that clouds his current relationships. Mia's ability to move on fuels her growth, while Noah's grudges anchor him to the past. Your tendency to dwell on old wounds shows you're holding on to what can't be undone. Dwelling on regrets or grudges doesn't just steal your peace, it strains relationships, dims optimism, and limits your potential. Releasing them opens the door to forgiveness, both for yourself and others, and frees you to live now. The good news is that you can break this cycle. Practice journaling to process one regret or grudge, then write a sentence about how you'll move forward, like, "I forgive myself and focus on today." Try this, identify one past regret, write why it hurts, and list one action to let it go, like apologizing or refocusing. Reflect on your thoughts. Do you revisit old regrets or grudges often, or let them fade? Dwelling on the past is a powerful sign you're holding on, but you can choose to release it. Sign 2. You resist change or new opportunities. The second sign that you're holding on to the past is resisting change or new opportunities, clinging to familiar routines or saying no to possibilities because they feel risky or unfamiliar. This resistance often stems from fear of losing what was comfortable, even if it no longer serves you. A 2020 study in Personality and Social Psychology Bulletin found that resistance to change reduces personal growth by 20%, as it keeps you tethered to outdated patterns. In The Power of Now, Eckhart Tolle notes that embracing the present requires openness to change, as life is constant evolution. Imagine 2 co-workers, Emma and Jake, both 35 years old. Emma hesitates but accepts a new role at work, learning skills that boost her career. Jake declines a similar opportunity, fearing failure and preferring his old job, which feels stagnant. Emma's openness to change propels her forward, while Jake's resistance keeps him stuck in the past. Your reluctance to embrace new paths shows you're anchored to what was. Resisting change doesn't just limit growth, it creates frustration, missed opportunities, and a sense of being left behind. Embracing change builds confidence and opens doors to new possibilities. The good news is that you can start small. Say yes to one new experience, like a class or a different routine, and notice how it feels. Try this. This week, try one new activity, like a new hobby or meeting someone new, and journal about the experience. Reflect on your openness. Do you welcome change, or cling to the familiar? Resisting new opportunities is a clear marker you're holding on to the past, but you can choose to step forward. If you're finding this article inspiring, please comment number 2 below to let me know you're here. Your engagement fuels more content to motivate you. Let's keep going. Sign 3. You compare your present to a glorified past. The third sign that you're holding onto the past is comparing your present to a glorified past, idealizing better times and feeling your current life fall short. This nostalgia distorts reality, making the past seem perfect while devaluing the present. A 2021 study in Journal of Happiness Studies found that excessive nostalgia reduces life satisfaction by 15%, as it creates discontent with the now. In The Happiness Trap, Russ Harris explains that glorifying the past prevents you from finding joy in the present moment. Picture two neighbors, Ava and Liam, both 40 years old. Ava cherishes memories of her college years but focuses on building a fulfilling life today, appreciating her family. Liam constantly talks about how great life was in his 20s, dismissing his current achievements as inferior. Ava's balanced perspective fuels her contentment, while Liam's comparisons trap him in dissatisfaction. Your habit of measuring today against an idealized yesterday shows you're holding on to the past. Comparing to a glorified past doesn't just dim your joy, it undermines your progress, creates unrealistic standards, and stalls motivation. Shifting focus to the present builds gratitude and purpose. The good news is that you can reframe your perspective. List 3 things you value about your life now to counter nostalgic thoughts. Try this. Write down 3 positive aspects of your current life, like a supportive friend or a new skill, and read them when nostalgia hits. Reflect on your mindset. Do you cherish the present or long for a better past? Glorifying the past is a strong sign you're holding on, but you can embrace today. Sign 4. You feel stuck in old habits. The fourth sign that you're holding on to the past is feeling stuck in old habits, repeating patterns that no longer serve you, like outdated routines or ways of thinking, because they feel safe. These habits keep you tethered to a version of yourself that's no longer relevant. A 2020 study in Journal of Behavioral Decision-Making found that clinging to old habits reduces adaptability by 25%, as it limits your ability to evolve. In Atomic Habits, James Clear stresses that breaking unhelpful habits is essential for personal growth and living in the present. Consider 2 entrepreneurs, Chloe and Max, both 29 years old. Chloe notices her habit of overworking stems from past fears of failure, so she sets boundaries and grows her business healthily. Max sticks to late-night work sessions, a pattern from his startup days, feeling burned out but unable to change. Chloe's willingness to evolve builds her future, while Max's old habits keep him stuck. Your reliance on outdated routines shows you're holding on to the past. Feeling stuck in old habits doesn't just hinder progress, it creates frustration, limits creativity, and disconnects you from your current goals. Replacing them with intentional habits fosters growth and freedom. The good news is that you can change. Identify one habit to shift, like swapping late-night scrolling for reading, and track it for a week. Try this. Replace one old habit, like checking your phone first thing, with a positive one, like journaling for 5 minutes. Reflect on your routines. Do you feel trapped by old patterns, or adapt to your current needs? Feeling stuck in habits is a key indicator you're holding on to the past, but you can break free. If you're still with us and feeling motivated, please comment number 4 below to let me know you're here. Your support inspires more content to empower you. Let's move to the final sign. Sign 5. You avoid confronting painful memories. The fifth and final sign that you're holding on to the past is avoiding confronting painful memories, sidestepping unresolved emotions or experiences because they feel too heavy. This avoidance keeps the past alive, influencing your present without your awareness. A 2021 Journal of Clinical Psychology study found that suppressing painful memories reduces emotional well-being by 30%, as unprocessed trauma festers. In The Body Keeps the Score, Bessel van der Kolk explains that facing painful memories with support is essential for healing and moving forward. Imagine 2 siblings, Olivia and Ben, both 34 years old. Olivia seeks therapy to process a childhood loss, finding peace and living more fully in the present. Ben avoids thinking about the same loss, pushing it down, but feels anxious and disconnected without knowing why. Olivia's courage to confront pain builds her freedom, while Ben's avoidance keeps him tethered to the past. Your reluctance to face old wounds shows you're holding on to unresolved history. Avoiding painful memories doesn't just prolong pain, it can manifest as anxiety, strained relationships, or a sense of disconnection. Confronting them with care fosters healing, clarity, and presence. The good news is that you can start this journey. Reflect on one memory with a trusted friend or journal, or seek professional support if it feels overwhelming. Try this. Write 100 words about a painful memory in a safe space, focusing on how you felt, and note one way it affects you today. Reflect on your emotions. Do you face painful memories, or push them away? Avoiding confrontation is the ultimate sign you're holding onto the past, but you can choose to heal. Final thoughts. Now that you've explored these 5 signs, take a moment to reflect on your relationship with the past. Are you dwelling on regrets, resisting change, or avoiding painful memories? Or are you starting to let go and embrace the present? The good news is that releasing the past is a journey you can begin today, and every step you take, whether it's forgiving a grudge or trying a new opportunity, is proof you're moving toward freedom. These signs, dwelling on regrets or grudges, resisting change, comparing to a glorified past, feeling stuck in habits, and avoiding painful memories, show where the past holds you, but they also light the way to letting go. Don't wait for the past to loosen its grip. Start reclaiming your present now. Pick one sign, like journaling about a regret or trying a new routine, and commit to it for a week. Read books like The Power of Now or Letting Go for guidance, and connect with supportive people who encourage your growth. Letting go of the past can open doors to joy, purpose, and a life fully lived in the moment. Take action today, and let these signs guide you to a future where you're free, present, and thriving. If you're finding this inspiring, please comment number 21 below to let me know you're here.